So at Media Productions, we recently got certified with the Part 107 test to become certified drone pilots. So naturally, we thought, why not celebrate by picking up a drone? Mavic Air 2. Why not? Great drone, 4K 60, 48 megapixel photos. Well, the problem is 3 days after this came in the mail, this was announced. This is the Air 2S, and I'm gonna be telling you with the first impressions video here why we're sticking with the Air 2S over the Mavic Air 2. Let's dive in. A lot of this video is coming from the perspective of a media production company. When we wanted to find the drone that was going to do best for our situation, the Mavic Air 2 was really an appropriate option because it had decent light, it had some features that were really professional. It had 4K 60, it had really high resolution, it was going to match our resolution from our cameras and everything else in that regard. But when we looked at the Air 2S, for only $300 more, we're getting that 10-bit color, which we're going to be using. We're getting the D-Log instead of the D-Cine-like. We're getting so many more features that we're going to be using as professional videographers. And what's really cool, I don't know if the Mavic Air 2 did this, but if you were to disable the side movement in the Air 2S, it tilts and pivots almost like an FPV drone instead of just flat out disabling your side movement. So it's really cool because then it allows those top sensors now, as it tilts, it acts as obstacle avoidance in a much larger radius. So it's really cool to see those features that will not only help me as a beginner drone pilot, but also be really cool features that as I grow that skill are gonna be things that I can utilize in the shot. I can have it where it kind of zooms in almost FPV style in 5.4K with 10-bit color in a D-Log profile to get just incredible looking shots. And I'm really excited to learn how to fly this thing so that I can take advantage of things like that. I would be remiss to not mention master shots in this video, and personally they're not something that I don't think I'm ever going to use, but I want to mention how great they can be for a lot of people. If you are just that drone pilot that's looking to get stuff for your vlogs, get some travel stuff, and you just want to track something without having to do a lot of movement, master shots are going to be great at that. It basically will do all of the preset really cool shots, the droney, the rocket, the helix, the circle. It does some zooming stuff. Really cool features for something that's just going to be cool, dynamic, and something that you can use for very quick, cool looking dynamic shots. The downside and why we won't be using it here at Media Productions is it only shoots in 4K. It does not, as of yet, allow a log profile, and when it does some of the zooming, the image just breaks apart. I found using the master shots, I had the ISO set on auto. It was not the best situation to be trying a master shot, but I wanted to really push it and show you guys why we personally won't be using it for a lot of stuff that we do, because it just doesn't allow us the flexibility to match the rest of our shots. As we evolve into the next step of the company, which is hopefully getting some Sony FX6s, we're going to be wanting that 10-bit color. We're going to be wanting to match all of those features, and something like a master shot is great for the beginner pilot, the beginner creator that's doing these things and just wants some really cool dynamic shots. But for us personally, for our client work, it's not something that we would generally use. And before I wrap up this first impressions video, I just want to mention some other things about the Air 2S that are great compared to the Mavic Air 2. It has OcuSync 3.0, so it has a larger 12-kilometer range. It has more antennas. It does have that 1-inch sensor with bigger pixels, so you're going to be getting better low light, better image quality overall. 20 megapixel photos. They just look great, and they handle really, really well. You're getting RAW and JPEG. You do in both, but I just really like that feature and how the images look out of this Air 2S. You're also going to be getting better obstacle avoidance. You're getting air sense, so that if you're out in the air and a helicopter or another manned aircraft is coming, your app will tell you and it'll help you land it safely so that you're not inhibiting any manned aircraft space. I think part of being drone certified and all of that whole process is really learning how to respect the airspace that you're in and the pilots that are manning aircraft around you, because you are the lowest on the totem pole in terms of importance when you are in that airspace. So make sure that you guys fly safe. This drone has so many features that help keep you safe and help fly safe. So we highly encourage everybody to go get their Part 107 certificate and go fly some really cool stuff. But we look forward to hearing your comments about the two drones, comparing and contrasting what you like about one or the other. Do you want the Air 2S as a Mavic Air 2 owner? I'm curious to hear what you guys think down in the comment section. So let's continue the discussion there, and we'll see you next time.